My sister backstabbed our family over a $3 million inheritance, but karma hit her harder. When our grandmother Evelyn passed away last spring, she left her estate to be divided equally among her 4 grandchildren. That should have meant $750,000 each for me, my sister Cordelia, and our cousins Jasper and Nell. But Cordelia had been working on Grandma for months before she died. The will reading was supposed to be straightforward. Instead, the lawyer announced that Grandma had changed everything just 3 weeks before her death. Cordelia would receive the entire $3 million, while the rest of us got nothing except a few pieces of jewelry. I was devastated. That money was supposed to help me buy my first house and pay off my student loans. Jasper needed it for his daughter's medical treatments. Nell was counting on it to keep her art studio from closing. But Cordelia? She already had everything. A successful dental practice, a mansion in Westchester, and a husband who owned 3 restaurants. Grandma knew I'd manage the money responsibly, she said afterward, not even trying to hide her smirk. Something felt wrong. Grandma had always been fair, always treated us equally. She'd promised each of us part of her inheritance since we were children. I decided to investigate. First, I visited Grandma's neighbor, Mrs. Pemberton, who'd been her closest friend for 40 years. She told me something chilling. Your grandmother was terrified those last few weeks, she whispered over tea. She kept saying Cordelia was threatening her, but she wouldn't tell me details. She seemed so frightened. Next, I talked to Grandma's housekeeper, Rosa, who'd worked for her for 15 years. Rosa broke down crying. Your sister, she came every day those last weeks. She would lock herself in your grandmother's study with her for hours. I heard your grandmother crying sometimes. When I asked if she was okay, your sister would say they were just discussing family business. I contacted the lawyer who'd drawn up the new will. He seemed nervous when I pressed him about the circumstances. Your grandmother seemed distressed when she came in, he admitted, but she insisted this was what she wanted. Your sister was very persuasive about your grandmother's reasoning. The final piece came from Grandma's doctor. During a routine review of her medical records, I discovered something shocking. Grandma had been prescribed anxiety medication for the first time in her life, just 4 weeks before she died. The prescription was filled the day after one of Cordelia's visits. I gathered all this evidence and took it to an attorney who specialized in elder abuse. He was confident we had a case for undue influence and coercion. The court battle lasted 8 months. During depositions, the truth emerged. Cordelia had systematically isolated Grandma, convinced her that Jasper was on drugs, that Nell was financially irresponsible, and that I was only nice to her for money. She threatened to cut off all contact if Grandma didn't change the will. The judge ruled in our favor. Cordelia had to return every penny, plus pay our legal fees and court costs. But karma wasn't finished with her yet. While the inheritance case was ongoing, the IRS had been watching Cordelia's finances. They discovered she'd been underreporting income from her dental practice for years. The inheritance money she'd spent on a new yacht and vacation home triggered an audit that uncovered $800,000 in tax fraud. She was arrested last Tuesday. Her practice was shut down, her assets frozen, and her dental license revoked. Yesterday, I got a call from her husband, Vincent. She wants to see you, he said, his voice shaking. She's in county jail, and she claims she has information about what really happened to your grandmother that night she died. My blood went cold. Grandma had died peacefully in her sleep, or so we'd been told. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.